I have no more advice for you. Fight as best you can.
With the end in sight, the Shining Force engaged in battle against King Ramladu, the ruler of Rune. Faust reduced to a mindless pawn for Darksol to achieve his ambitions. Given no choice but to fight, Max and his army defeated the disgraced king, then followed a secret passage discovered by Nova to the western peninsula, where the Chaos Breaker opened the path to the castle of the ancients where Dark Dragon was sealed away 1,000 years ago. Inside they were confronted by Colossus, an ancient guardian of the castle, who barred passage into Dark Dragon's chamber. The Shining Force triumphed over the ancient weapon, and with no other obstacles before them, they pressed onward to stop Darksol's ritual as the adventure concludes.
Dark Dragon, awaken from your long sleep. The time has come for you to reclaim this land. Oh no, it's happening! That thing that we never would have expected to happen. Awaken, Dark Dragon. Something is wrong. Max, blast! You have meddled for the last time. Kill them, my servants. Max, you must stop Darksol before he completes his foul ceremony. Attack! Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Hamster Force, Ham of Great Intention for the Sega Genesis. As you recall from last time, we battled King Oxnard, who had been mind-controlled by Boss to help him summon forth the evil Dark Ham. And now, we are here in the final battle against his vile wickedness. We must defeat Boss and save the world from this nonsense I am stringing together. As you can plainly see, I have just brought my best units. No concerns with terrain or any of that nonsense anymore. I just needed to bring my strongest guys and leave it at that. Cause this is it. We need might now. We are at the climax of this epic adventure, and we need our strong peoples to get us through it. Fun fact about this battle, Darksol's son, is actually the final boss of the first Shining game, Shining in the Darkness, which came out like a year or two before this or something. I'm actually not exactly sure. But in that game, the final boss was also Darksol, except that wasn't Darksol. That was actually Mephisto, who's Darksol's son that he had with Michaela, but none of this lore existed yet because that was in all revealed in Final Conflict that came out later. So in Shining in the Darkness, you fight Darksol, who's actually Mephisto, and in this you fight Darksol, who's just Darksol. And the reason I'm bringing this up is because this battle theme right here is actually a remix of the final boss theme, and that Shining in the Darkness though was a dungeon crawler RPG with just standard turn-based combat. But yeah, they decided to just remix the final boss theme, and that fight was also against Darksol, and he even looked exactly the same, although I believe his name was divided into 2 words instead of just being 1. But yeah, I just think that's neat how this game has the same final boss. At the time, they probably didn't think much about why there were 2 Dark Souls. They probably just decided, you know what, other video games reuse the same final boss, let's do the same thing here. That's not what was supposed to happen. They were supposed to go for Gort and Luke, but instead, it's like, ooh, look, Max, let's attack him. That's not what I wanted to have happen. But whatever. Gort, intercept! Defeat him before he can cause us any problems. And then guns, switch to your spear and then stab it with your hamster feet that are no longer wheels, but at least you have a helmet. Or something. In case you haven't noticed yet, our team now consists of Jogurts because of the yogurt ring. I actually tried to do this gag way earlier during chapter 5, and I even tried to lead into it by starting the episode talking about how you may have noticed that I made some changes to our team before explaining how I had done some grinding. But then the whole thing just kind of derailed because that also happened to be the time when the footage didn't work. So that whole gag just completely fell apart, and I didn't get to utilize it at all. So here we go, Jogurts. Originally, when that was going to be the case, I showed a clip. I was going to start the episode with a clip that showed how to get the Jogurt ring, which is just kill an enemy with Jogurt. Just kill any enemy with Jogurt, and the enemy will drop the yogurt ring, or I believe technically Jogurt drops the ring and then picks it back up, and then it winds up in his inventory, and if you equip it on somebody, it turns them into a Jogurt. I don't have it on anybody because it doesn't do anything for your stats. So fortunately, you don't have to actually keep it equipped. You just have to equip it, then you can pass it on to somebody else and turn everybody into hamsters. So that's what we're doing. We're going to defeat the evil with the power of hamsters that can shoot ice from their faces. Because that will be a much more epic finale than anything, as we take advantage of the stupid AI to defeat these torch eyes. There's a bit of a method to doing this that I'm going to be following, especially because of levels. And it starts by making sure that torch eye can't hit anybody. I get what they were trying to do, obviously, with this part, but they completely dropped the ball by making it so these torch eyes won't move from those spots. Even though it can zap Max right now through the wall, it's not going to. Just imagine Darksol's horror as he sees his empire, all his plans falling apart to hamsters. The sheer shame running through his veins must be completely unbearable, and I am okay with that. Now I believe next we want to try to take these guys out, starting with Max blasting them, or somebody blasting them. Luke can blast them. Use the might of your new fancy axe to burn these machines away. And then Tarasu, just get up there. I guess be a target or something. Lyle, fire! Just be like Kerchunk. And then it dies from your wiggle. The might of your wiggle has defeated our greatest enemies. Or something. I don't know. Alright, Max, it's your turn. Get up here and see if maybe you can draw in those dragons as well. So I can take care of them next. Okay, good. I was gonna say perfect and then not say perfect because I thought the thing just went for somebody else. Who was that? Who would have died, probably? Tarasu. Okay, Tarasu could have... I don't know. If he did the ice breath, it would have been fine. Hanzo, D-Soul. Destroy the dragon with death. Dang it. It's been fairly dependable on them, so I felt like it was worth a shot. This is what I wanted to happen. But a basic attack would have, been preferable. If they had both done that to Max, he would have died. That would have been unfortunate. And then we would have had to go through all this over again. Heal up, and then we will do stuff. That was a weak heal. That's why heal level 3 can be useful. It would have done much better job of that. Oh no. Now things are getting bad. This is not what I wanted to happen at all. And Aleph's way down there. Domingo, save the day, quick! Everything's falling apart. This isn't how it was supposed to be. I only wanted the dragons to come to me. This isn't normally how I do it. Usually I take out those machines, then turn back. But I thought, you know what? Let's try this. Wish Musashi could get further up, and Gort. Alright, let me think. Quick, Luke! Everything's falling apart! Bad things are happening! Kill this guy! This is making me wish all the more that Diesel had worked. Lyle, who has the evil ring? I think it's... yeah, it's Gunts, and Gunts is way down there. Well, Gunts isn't too far down, I guess. I need him to get up here and start doing some things. I do not want to lose anybody yet. That's the worst thing that could happen right now. At least Darksol's not moving in. Okay, this is bad. Because now that dragon moved, so now I can't zap all the robots like I feel like I need to. Dang it. I really was hoping that would work that time. Okay, good. At least it's doing its basic attack, but that could still hurt a lot. Never mind. And now the Torch Eye should theoretically go after Max as well. And Max should be able to survive that laser blast. Unless it's a double attack. Dang it. That's disappointing. But I felt like it was a necessary thing to do. Now heal! Make Max extra safe, because this is working, kind of? Oh, perfect. What a perfect time to learn that. Now Gort! Help! Kill this guy, I guess, because you can't reach what is more important for you to kill. Uh-oh, I kind of forgot about that guy. Fortunately, he went for Domingo. Aleph, summon forth the fire! I just don't feel like there's really a whole lot left to add at this point. And given what's happening, I need to actually focus on getting through this. Alright, now Musashi. I don't... if I trigger Darksol, I'm in serious trouble, but I also need to get rid of this dragon before it gets another turn. Musashi, you're gonna really have to carry me through this with your almighty greatness. And Lyle, just shoot this guy, I guess. Perfect. Alright, pal, I know I've been kinda neglecting you, but it's time to step up and show just how awesome you are. Despite the fact that you're completely under-leveled, that you still did that much damage. He does have the Valkyrie, but still, uh-oh. Here comes a healer. Does that mean? Okay, good. I thought that meant that I triggered the guy. Which is the last thing I want right now. I'm also not happy that I already damaged the evil ring, but it was a situation where it needed to be used. The quick spell that did nothing ends. Good crit. All the enemies on that side are gone, but I want to get rid of these guys first before pressing onward. So let's retreat. Heal up. And then do that. Otherwise, those guys will come after me probably while I'm trying to fight Darksol. And I don't want that. I want to be taking care of Darksol all by himself. Just gotta squeeze everybody back through this stupid hallway. Get there eventually. Usually this goes a little bit smoother because I don't aggressively try to trigger those dragons like that. I just leave it at the robots. Then I go to one side, then the other, clear out all that stuff. And I think the dragons then go after you from those sides. And then I just do it. I'm gonna send some people to the left to take out that healer, so he's not there to support Darksol. I feel like the setup of the battle is trying to lure you to just go straight through the middle, which I feel is a trap that lots of people have probably fallen for. But even back then, I did it like this, because I saw just how dangerous the middle looked, and I was just like, I'm not gonna do that. I'm not just gonna charge up the middle like that and get killed, because then all the enemies are gonna swarm in from the sides. Although, back then, naturally, I didn't know that you could exploit those torch eyes into not being able to do anything. But the point still stands that even back then, I didn't just charge in like a lunatic. Snipe him out of the air, Lyle, with your bazooka, because bazookas are for that. Would have preferred attack power at this point. I don't think defense is gonna help you any, especially because we're kind of past physical attacks. There's not much in the way of standard basic attacks at this point. She's one of those seeds. I also gave Hanzo the Doom Blade back so Musashi could carry the katana. That just seems more appropriate. Now imagine if all my characters were that strong, because that's more what it's like when not under-leveled because of constantly using people. Although, I don't feel like my levels are too bad. Like, some of my characters, like Lyle, is still roughly about what he usually is, because normally the battles where I haven't been using him much are battles where he usually does nothing anyway, because he can't keep up in the terrain or some other reason. So some of my levels are still about what they should be, but I should have more high-level characters. That's the main thing is, yes, by the end of this, I do usually have some characters who are only about level 8 to 12 or something, but I should have at least a couple like Guns. Guns should be about level 20. Gort, if I've been using him, should be about level 15 to 18. Domingo should be about 23 at this point because of the absurd amounts of experience points he gains. My healers should actually be a little bit lower. I don't think I usually get my healers this high, but because I've been having to depend on them so much, not to mention the battles I've failed and stuff like that, so my healers are actually higher than they should be, I think. Max is about where he should be, and Pell's lower. My knights should be closer to about 15 to 20, depending on how the run has been treating them. Oh, perfect. I can say, though, that this is working far better in this game than it did in the second one. I did the same thing in Shining Force 2, and near the end, it got very difficult. But also when I was doing that, because I was just doing it on my own time and stuff, I was being a little bit more strict in regards to grinding. And I would have been doing the same thing in this run normally, but I wasn't allowing myself to gain any excess experience points, so I would save at the start of every battle, and if I lost, I would have to reset instead of keeping the experience points that I had gained and trying again. That way, it would matter. That way, my low levels would actually be a consequence rather than just if I'm struggling because of my low levels, I just get past it by losing enough times until my levels catch up. That wasn't allowed to be a factor, so that was a major difference right there between this and that. But even so, that was just way harder because the enemy balance is better. The enemies get stronger more consistently as you get stronger. Not to mention, by the end, everything is just stronger anyway, and there's a lot more levels to gain throughout the game, which also resulted in just being at lower levels in general was just far more of a detriment in that compared to this.
Dark Souls minions have failed. What a surprise. Why must minions be so useless? It's so frustrating.
Aura level 4! Full heal on the entire party. And this is why Tarasu is good. I think Chris can also learn Aura level 4, but it's not until a much higher level than Tarasu, I'm pretty sure. And then Gong only gets level 1. Has to get to level, I think, 20 promoted to even learn it. And then it's just like, whoop-de-doo.
In a moment, we will engage in battle and end this once and for all. Probably.
Because there's absolutely no way that he'll summon Dark Dragon anyway. Of course they would just build up this mighty beast throughout the entire game only for us to stop his summoning and not have to fight him. That would make perfect sense. Where's Tarasu? There he is. Does shield work on Dark Souls magic? Let's find out. Because even though Dark Soul doesn't have magic listed, he does have magic. It's just not magic, so it's not listed there. I also always found it funny how his attack power is lower than other bosses we've been fighting. I mean, yeah, he's a wizard mostly, but I still always found it weird that the final boss is weak like that. Okay, he took a turn and did nothing. Let us engage in battle, starting with Lo, who can't do anything. Max, get in there with your might. Defense 35, attack 72. This is much... Hitting is much stronger. So just be like, kerpow! 33. His hit points show question marks, but that just means that it's above 100. 100 and higher is question marks, up until Shining Force 3 was the only one that didn't do it like that. Oh dang it, Musashi can't reach. I would have got him closer if I'd thought about it. Gort! Hit him with your axe! Just chop off his head right now with your wiggle of might. Or something. Aleph, I actually don't want to get her too close because I don't remember how harmful his magic is, and she doesn't have very many hit points. Kerpow! Feel the might of the Domingo and tremble in terror, and then have Luke go in and do the thing. Luke really doesn't have very many hit points either, now that I think about it. Neither does Gunts. I should have attacked with Aleph to finish him off. Tarasu. Shield on Luke. Lyle. Gun. Hamster gun. Fire. Yeah, I should have attacked with Aleph. But Pell can save the day.
And thus Darksol falls, having done absolutely nothing to defend himself. Dark Dragon, with my dying breath, I summon you. Arise, Dark Dragon! That's all he had left to do, just say those words. But it took him the entire battle to do so. Yes, at last you are awakening. I offer myself to you, Dark Dragon. Use my power to help you cast off your bonds. Darksol is so desperate to achieve his goals that he's willing to sacrifice himself to summon the evil that he has been trying to summon all this time. You are free once more. Let all of Rune tremble. I die fulfilled. Cringe, fools. Oh no, who could have guessed it? Dark Dragon's awake. Although he really doesn't look much like a dragon. He has horns, but he's really just this weird zombie thing. At least that's what I always saw him as. So we have killed Darksol, sort of, but in his death, he's summoned Dark Dragon, fulfilling his destiny to bring this monstrosity to the world. We can even see him oozing out of the portal as he is entering our world to conquer it and fill the land with darkness, accompanied by his skeletons. Those skeletons infinitely spawn, which is one of the problems. I actually found a way to screw with them when I was doing a run of this when I wasn't promoting my characters. I don't know if I have the mobility because I feel like I need a fast-moving flyer. Basically what you can do is you can lure these guys down here and then use a flying unit like Balbaroy or Ammon to run away. And if you outrun them, they'll just stand down there and won't do anything. And because you're not killing them, they can't respawn in this spot. So you just completely get rid of that threat, which is amusing. So the Dark Dragon heads, they all, I think, have the same stats. That one has a little lower attack power, but the middle one is the deadliest. It has the most hit points, I believe, and uses the most powerful magic. You have to defeat all three to win the battle. Let's just do it. Let's just get in here and do what we can. See what we can accomplish. Destroy the evil. Yeah, see, what kind of dragon is that? It's just this weird skeleton thing. Uh-oh. It's getting its turns already. Low. That's a terrible place for my power ring guy to be. Max, get in there. You must fight as well. Kerpow! Use the might of the Chaos Breaker to hurt him or something. This is a battle where it's really good actually to have. Okay. Oh, this is bad. They're all going for Max. They didn't shoot him, which is fortunate. Unlike the battle with Ramladu, this fight you don't get a you have to do both of these fights at once. So if you run from this battle or you lose this battle, you have to fight Darksol again. Which is annoying and also adds to the stakes because, you really want to beat Darksol without losing anybody. You get healed between the two fights, but you really don't want to lose anyone while fighting Darksol, so you can be at full strength for this. Aleph. Just hit this guy with Blaze level 2. Try to get him off max. If you can get somebody standing on those panels, though, that will prevent the skeletons from appearing. But I'm not in a position where I can really do that at the moment. Unfortunately. I brought my shower cures, though. I have a shower cure on Lo, Musashi, and Pell. So, if I need to group heal, I can. There's that guy. And now this guy's just blasting people with Demon Blaze. Both him and Darksol use Demon Blaze, but Dark Dragon's version of the spell is more powerful. And that's the spell I wasn't sure if Shield would work on or not. Let's heal Max. Max, I actually want you to back up a bit and get rid of this guy. I don't think I want to be attacking the middle head yet. I want to get rid of the ones on the sides and then leave people on the skeleton panels so I'm not being constantly attacked while trying to take out the strongest thing. Then leave people on the skeleton panels. So let's circle everyone around. Let's try to do this. Because that panel isn't safe because he has spells that can, because he tends to have spells that can reach. So you want to get rid of the head, basically, to, and then cover up the panels so these guys can't keep appearing, and he went closer than I would have liked. So now I think I want to start circling around. Ah, he's just one spot from being able to pull that off. I don't think this boss has restorative powers, though, like past ones. I feel like this is just a mess at this point. Usually, things are going a little bit better. I'm really trying to think about how I want to use Alepht's MP. Okay, yeah. That's not good. What is that? Bolt level 2. So I can take that hit. I think the middle one might also be the only one that uses Demon Blaze. Let's get healing as soon as I can. This is for all the marbles, not only because it's the final battle, but also because I don't want to fight Darksol again. I would like to get rid of this skeleton and then get Lyle on that spot, so I will be in a better position for taking out the head without having to also deal with this skeleton constantly appearing. You can also use the skeletons to grind, though, if you need to. Just keep everybody out of Dark Dragon's way, and then just keep attacking the skeletons as need be. Just keep hitting the skeletons as they appear, and then they can't really do a whole lot. Alright, Tarasu, get on this spot, cast shield on Lyle. Keep my guy who doesn't have very many hit points protected, and then let's start blasting this guy. This is one case where Tau is really useful, not on this run because she didn't get enough level ups, but because Blaze level 4 can one-shot the skeletons, it really helps with managing these guys. You can just send her to one side and just keep blasting the things, and she'll have plenty of magic points to keep taking them out, usually. Aleph. I really feel like I want to try to save her magic points more for an emergency or for the middle head, especially because she has bolt level 3, but I only have the magic points to cast that once because of my earlier spell use. This is a safe distance. Let's try to get rid of this skeleton. Even so under-leveled, Pel's overpowered. Then he gets a level up like that. Pel's just too good. But as was said before, it's a lot of his strength comes from early levels. Uh-oh. What's this? Blaze level 3. He knows, like, all the magic. It's just the head in the middle has higher level of those magics. Of course, I cast shield on Lyle, and then that's not the guy he goes for. I actually shouldn't have put him there. I should have saved that spot for someone like Musashi, although that was good. This is different than how I usually do it. Usually how I do this is I divide up a bit more. I tend to split my team into two halves. One side takes care of the left, one side takes care of the right, and I take care of them simultaneously. And then from there, I have everybody just swarm on the middle head once both of their sides are dealt with. So this is definitely different from how this usually goes. Fortunately, while powerful, this really isn't that hard of a final boss. Just so long as Tarasu gets a turn. So I can heal. Yeah, there's Musashi getting nothing done. Pal, just hold this guy off. Guns, you do the same. Head back and just keep fighting this guy off until we can get everybody gathered together to the left. Stab! I don't imagine a ninja being very useful against an enemy like this. Max, make room for Musashi while still being able to do some damage, although I think you're stronger, but this will in total should increase my damage output. Low, do nothing. Uh-oh, I should have cast Quick on Luke. Haha, you missed! Your massive headbutt of doom accomplished nothing. Tarasu, stay there. Uh-oh. This is a bad thing. Ugh. Alright, Guns, I need you to get over there to assist. To make sure nothing bad happens. Get in there and stab him! Stab him with your mighty halberd, because I gave Pell the Valkyrie. I felt like he needed it a bit more. Another one will be coming shortly, though. Quick, use the heat axe because the Atlas is damaged. And if the heat axe gets destroyed at this point, it's like whatever. But I don't want to lose the Atlas because it's strong. Ugh! It's one head down. And then it just becomes a mangled mess. Shield spell ends. That was useful. Pal, this way, get yourself healed by somebody. While also using a healing seed on yourself. Oh no, another skeleton has appeared. Quick, circle around! Onward to the other side of this monster! We must continue the assault! Tarasu! Part of me doesn't want Tarasu to be the one to stay there. I wish he could have gone then low. I feel like having Tarasu come along is more helpful at this point because of the shield spell, but I moved perfectly within range. But at this point, I just need to leave whoever's there. Our journey draws to a close. All the stories have been told. All the enemies have been thwarted. And now, there's only us, Dark Dragon, and nothing left to add. Just battling forth, hoping for victory that will be achieved for sure. Because as we all know, as we have learned from this, there is nothing for us but victory. Not once have we failed on this noble quest. Not once. Did I just lose because of the turn order? None of this is really particularly useful at this time, so... Yes, I did. Yeah, he gained 1 defense, though, from the previous level up, so... Unless that's a crit, he'll be fine. Or a double it... Really? Hang in there, Max. Or not. Why? Really? This guy's getting another turn before Gong? If Tao dies here, I'm retreating and trying again. Tao died. Heal Max! Perfect. Now just needs to not kill him. Perfect. Prep us up, Lo. Use a shower cure to heal everybody up for this next attack or whatever. And maybe earn yourself 1 last level? Nope. There's still time though, don't worry. Oh, whoops, I forgot to equip the right weapon. Oops. 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 Aleph will just die if she's within that thing's range. Tarasu, I'm just gonna keep Tarasu there for the moment until it's time to do things. And then I might move him in to cast shield on somebody once or twice to protect from the main head. Because even though the main head is in the middle and the strongest, and I just called it the main head, you do have to defeat all three of them, just like the Colossus, in order to pull this off. That's not good. That's even worse. Don't worry, you're okay. Ninja powers, go! Perfect. Just what I would expect. Just death without the enemy even knowing what hit him. Just like a true ninja. Of course, now that I don't really care if it gets destroyed or not, now the rings aren't getting damaged. Because that's just how it goes. Ka-chunk! Guns, you know what? Get back here and use this. Leave some room for characters who have no long-ranged options like Musashi to get in close. Yes, Musashi, get in close! Perfect. It's just as I predicted. I foresaw this moment because it was obvious. But despite it being obvious, I still foresaw it. Perfect. This is why it's good to have an archer in this battle, at least one, so you can have him on the panel while still shooting. Yeah, some wizards can also do that, but that's only until they run out of magic points. And sure, Max can do that as well, but as I said, I normally divide my team into two halves. And so it's usually better to have Max up close in Dark Dragon's face, whacking him with his sword. Ow. Good job. Hanzo, go in. It's all according to plan. Luke died just as we wanted, so you could get in there and take his place, and then just start hitting this guy. Yes, that was my strategy. I guess. Admittedly, I usually don't lose anybody in this fight. It's just not that difficult. It can be hard if you don't know what you're doing, if you've never done it before, obviously, but I just don't find it's that difficult of a final boss. There are definitely other battles that are a lot harder. Like Balbazak. Balbazak's a much harder fight than this, just because everything's so cluttered together. Same with Chaos. The bosses themselves aren't that difficult, but the battles are a lot more challenging than this, because you just have no reprieve. With this, you can do it much more systematically, and there's opportunities to refresh yourself between each major battle that it's divided into. Kaboom! Oh, so close. Ooh, one last level with more defense. Yay. Let me see. That actually wouldn't be worth it because then he could reach her. And that just wouldn't be... Actually, I should have just had her blast the main head with bolt level 3. Alright, on to the main event. Is anybody hurt? Guns and Lyle are hurt. But I think Lyle's just gonna hang there for the moment. So, heal Guns. Actually, no. Use the power ring. On Musashi. Give us might. I could just sit here and power everybody up. Never mind. I was gonna say I could just sit here and power everybody up utilizing the glitch. But then that happened, so never mind. Alright. Go forth and zap Chaos Breaker, go! Seal away the evil once and for all. Darksol may have sacrificed himself to summon Dark Dragon, but it will have all been for naught as we kill him before he has the opportunity to do anything. I always found it weird how you can just stand in Dark Dragon's mouth. I mean, I know it's just a graphical quirk, but it's still something that I always just found strange, that if you go in front of him, you're just standing inside his mouth as far as the overworld sprite is concerned. Alright, Aleph, finally time to do something. Just cast Bolt level 3. Just do as much as you can before you probably get taken out. Kerpow! That was decent damage. Wish it had been level 4, but you know, you don't, I mean, she learns it eventually, but I almost never get her to a high enough level. Kerpow! But the evil ring is consumed in flames because I let it get destroyed. Domingo, go up here. Distract him. Make him go after you and not hit my entire party as a result. Lure him in with your tempting, squishy stuff or whatever. Tarasu, just stay there for the time being. Yeah, just stay back, keep the skeletons at bay, and let other people handle this. As tempting as it is to get in there and start casting shield to protect some people, I'm more concerned with just keeping the skeletons out of the way. Oh no! I actually would have been much more concerned by him casting Bolt level 4, which he does know. And that does a lot of damage, but ow, yeah, that's kind of what I knew was gonna happen soon as she got into the fray at all. Circle around this side. Another crit! Does he have a high crit rate, or am I just getting weirdly lucky? Lo, you already used your thing! Do this! Say goodbye to our power ring, for we no longer need it. Do this on Max. You should have healed Max instead, but whatever. Somebody else can do that. But the power ring is consumed by flames. We are giving up all our rings to claim victory in this battle. Kerpow! Domingo! You won't do much anyway, so heal Max just in case, because a critical hit from something like Demon Blaze or even just him casting Bolt level 4 would be enough to end it. Never mind, it doesn't matter. Aura level 4! Heal us all with the mighty fairy, the greatest fairy of all. Restore all of our strength, except for the strength to Luke and Aleph, because they were defeated. Level up! Yay, attack power! Now you can better stand there. Heat axe, go! I'm getting a lot of critical hits this fight. And thus, the battle ends with Musashi just being like, kerpow! And a level up with the killing blow. No! These oh, never will. I will not be banished again. The powers of darkness will sustain me. Auto-scrolling text. Dark Dragon still lives. Perhaps we cannot kill him. There must be a way. Max, Dark Dragon must be sealed away once again. And only you can do it. Use the Chaos Breaker. Drive it through, Dark Dragon. Fools, nothing you do can stop me. I am Dark Dragon, darkness incarnate. Max, stab him with the Chaos Breaker. That will do it. Obviously, I already know that might work. Stab powers. If you get here without promoting, Max suddenly becomes promoted there because they don't have the sprite for him doing that while not promoted. It's weird. Max, the castle of the ancients is sinking. Let's get out of here. But Max cannot move. Max is somehow bound to the Chaos Breaker. Max, break free! We won't leave without you! I can't get free, but you won't die with me! Max used his aggress magic to save us, but where is Max? That spell's supposed to get us all out. Why isn't Max here? Why, Nova? I have no answers for you. Perhaps a great hero is needed to guard the seal. Perhaps he must stand as an eternal vigil to prevent Dark Dragon's return. But why did it have to be Max? Any one of us would have taken his place. I won't believe it! Max will come back, I know it! Perhaps Max will still come out! Wait, look at the castle! Bwomp womp womp! No, it's gone! The castle, and Max with it! That's it. He didn't escape. He's gone. I won't believe it! Max has saved us. All of Rune. His sacrifice will be remembered forever, and now his friends, it is time for us to begin the long journey home. I stumble because of force. I won't believe it! Text progress. Max! Yep, that's exactly how she would have shouted that right there. Swallowed by the murky brine, the castle of the ancients was lost forever! The battle over and Rune saved, the warriors of the Shining Force returned home. Led by May, Guardiana was rebuilt and Anri inherited the throne. As for Max, he is believed to have perished at sea along with Dark Dragon. And that is the official ending, but you and I know differently, don't we? Somewhere evil stirs in a land that has need of a hero. And I know you'll be up to the challenge, Max. I'm not Max, but okay. Well, goodbye for now. I have a feeling I'll be seeing you again. Except I won't be in any of the others, because even though the future Shining Force games use this same framing device at the beginning, it's always a different person. Shining Force! Thus concludes the epic adventure of the Shining Force's battle against the evil forces of Darksol, who wished to bring back Dark Dragon, who was sealed in ancient times, but he was defeated, and then that stuff happened. And now we get ending credits to animations, some of which don't make sense, because they are in places where you couldn't have had a character, or the enemies don't belong to those backgrounds, or you get bullshit like that where Hans survives an attack from General Elliot, which would never have happened. According to this, Balbazak's fortress had armed skeletons. I guess that was just the thing we missed, but okay. Also, Lo had a holy staff at that point. Everything about this is just wrong. You can't have a demon rod at that point either, and I doubt you have that strong of magic yet. I think that's Blaze level 4, which we never even learned. So, good on you there. We never used Xylo in a town. Xylo didn't get much use, especially because I forgot to use him in the final battle of Chapter 7. But oh well. It be what it be. And with that, if you enjoyed, you know the drill, do the things, yada yada. She doesn't know that magic. And just watch the credits. I feel like I could continue talking about how much I like this game and all that stuff, but I've prattled on enough throughout this playthrough. I feel like there's just nothing more to say, so, yeah. See you next time or whatever. But one last thing, we get to see this attack animation that I ignored. Kerpow! If you finish Dark Dragon off with Max, it does that special attack animation, but I didn't want to bother dealing with that. I just wanted to get him dead before something terrible happened. Well, hello there. You look like you're a long way from home. We don't see many folk in full armor like that, or with floating heads. Quite a fancy getup. I have come a long way. Longer than you can imagine. I must say you do look pretty tired and, well, your things have seen better days. I'm tired of wandering. I'm looking for a place to settle down and rest. Well, how about right here? Lend your hands to the fields of our village. That sounds like just what I need right now. I work hard and I'm a fast learner. Good, we've got a deal then. Folks in the village will be excited to see a new face. I didn't catch your name. What do they call you? Me? You can call me The End. Great name. I've never met someone named The End before. Also, the background is screwed up. And thus, Max survived somehow. Inexplicably, he escaped and set off on a journey with Adam, which is a thing later in the series in Shining Force Final Conflict, which never came out outside Japan, where Max and Adam are on an adventure and stuff. Yep.